How did it happen?
Maybe it wasn't a one-day thing. I think it was a culmination of a bunch of inspirations. I graduated college in 2008, and I became the typical struggling actor. And I had a side job that I was working as a personal assistant, and I just wasn't happy because I didn't feel like I was progressing. I would get like a small job that didn't pay. I would do it for a month, and then it would disappear, and then I'd have to look for another job. And it was a very frustrating cycle. And so I decided one day to just stop looking for a job, stop auditioning for acting gigs. I figured maybe I could create my own job, create my own opportunity.
Tell me about the logistics of the piano. It seems like an amazing thing to have to handle on your own.
Yeah, it's incredibly difficult I think that's the biggest challenge, is having to do that every day, is to move a piano and to set it up and do everything. Right now I have these two dollies that I have to strap to the piano, and the piano itself is about 400 pounds, so it's very difficult to maneuver. But over the course of the last 2 years, I've developed my own strategies for doing it, and I've adjusted to moving it and stuff. So it's become easier along the way, but still it's incredibly dangerous. For example, when I first started doing this, I broke my hand because I was very careless with the piano. I was pushing the piano in New York, and I hit a pothole. The piano started to fall back and it landed on my hand and shattered 2 of my fingers. Yeah, it was no fun, but I think that's one of the incidents that also helped me realize that if I don't do this now, this happened before my first road trip. And so I realized if I don't do this now, I may never do it. And that kind of was one of the catalysts to push me forward. I was really inspired by a road trip. It was like the first solo road trip that I took I was working for this artist as a personal assistant, and I had to deliver his paintings down to Florida. So this one road trip was, I think, the initial spark that gave me that travel bug. And then I thought, wow, wouldn't it be amazing if I could travel and make music and have this little show? The best moments on the trip were meeting people. Because when I arrived into a city without knowing anybody, I sort of was forced to put myself out there and meet people. And things kind of just happened in a way where the piano is such an incredible icebreaker. When I'm playing on the streets, it instantly opens me up to all these people who walk by, and so people will come by and say, hey, can I play your piano? Or later on, I'd meet people, and we'd have a really interesting conversation about life and about Zen, or about fate and destiny. And the really beautiful moments with people came when it felt like I was truly meant to meet that person, as if some other force brought me and that person together. I was working for the artist, and he told me that his dog mated with another dog in the neighborhood, and I told him I never had a dog before. And he was like, let's go see the puppies. So we went to go see the puppies, and they were just so adorable. He was so cute. And I fell in love, and I was like, I just considered, wouldn't it be amazing to have a dog?
Is he the boss? Or?
He's kind of the boss. I would say that he's more of a boss because he's got a bit of an attitude. He's very confident, and he knows he's cute. So the whole show is really about him. It's not about me. It's not about the music. It's just about a dog and a piano. Before I left, so many people kind of put this idea in my head that the world is just incredibly dangerous, that everywhere I go, people are going to try to rob me or kill me, or I was so scared. I was really, really scared to go off alone by myself. into the world and you know, and do this. You know, at times it was really difficult to kind of keep up with having to play just so I can, you know, make enough just so I can eat and pay for gas. There were some seriously difficult moments when in New Orleans, when the heat was just so strong, and I would play for like 5-6 hours, and by the end of the day I would be so beat I wouldn't even be able to stand. I would fall asleep. What's so beautiful is noticing that the low points and the moments of where I was uncomfortable were moments of really great moments of learning. So I saw both the positive experience and the negative experience as really good, really important experiences for me to have. So when I was in New Mexico, in this barren desert, there was nothing. There was nobody, no people. It was just me, Brando, and the desert. I never felt more free than that, because it was a moment where I just felt so flexible and free with my time. There was no time. I could do anything I wanted. And I realized that the world is the opposite of what people say and what people see on TV especially. And that there are more really good people in the world than there are bad people. Yeah, I would say read, learn, experiment, explore new ideas, and always be open to new ideas, and take a lot of risks, make a lot of small mistakes, and think big. Always think big, because it's truly possible if you believe and trust in life. I believe you can do anything if you really have the passion.